which is a little late for me, but not too bad.
Oh, 30, God almighty, I don't care.
Yeah.
I was gonna say about
Thank you.
30, that's a max for me.
Good morning. I would like to call the meeting of the Personnel Administration and Higher Education Committee to order and ask for approval of the minutes from June 7th.
Make the motion.
Moved by Supervisor Frazier. Seconded by Supervisor Bramer. Any additions or corrections? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay, the action agenda update from Sue Adirondack. I don't think we have anybody today, do we?
I'm actually here on behalf of Dr. Duffy, who's unavailable to be here. Just here available if there's anything I can help answer.
Okay, well, thank you for attending. Any questions for Senator? Okay, we'll move on to number 2. And these are requested items to be discussed with the county administrator.
The audio, okay.
Mr. Moore.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to start by reading a letter that I have written to the chairman of the board. Dear Chairman Garrity, when the Board of Supervisors hired me in March 2018 to be your county administrator, I was excited to tackle the challenges that faced our county and its government. As I did the job day to day, I returned home every night with the peace and satisfaction that only comes in knowing that one's time and energy is well spent, and I truly love the work. Things changed for me last year. As you and your colleagues know, I became a father. I learned quickly that parenthood reorients your daily life, as well as your future hopes, dreams, and priorities. I love public service, but I love my daughter and my wife so much more. I've therefore made a decision to return to the private sector because it is the right thing to do for my family. I leave public service with a great deal of pride in what we've accomplished over the past 4+ years. Fundamentally, I'm a budget and finance man. My overriding priority as your county administrator has been helping our department heads improve services while ensuring financial stability and predictability for our taxpayers. Since I've been here, our unassigned general fund balance has increased every year by a total of 88%, from $19.5 million at the close of 2017 to $36.6 million at the close of 2021. We've achieved compliance with our fund balance policy years before we thought we would. At the same time, we've decreased the county property tax rate from $3.99 to $3.90 per $1,000 of assessed value. And we've maintained the lowest sales tax rate in New York State. We have done all these things while expanding services to the public, most notably to those vulnerable citizens who need county government the most. From our public defender's office to the Department of Social Services, the Employment and Training Administration, the Probation Department, and the Veterans Services Administration, we've launched new programs aimed at bettering the lives of those who need a helping hand so they can share in the growing prosperity of this wonderful county that we call home. We also experienced the greatest challenge to local government in 100 years, the COVID-19 pandemic. The early days were frightening, not knowing the toll that the pandemic would take and whether our local economy would survive. Looking back, we can say with pride that far better than surviving, we thrived. We've consistently maintained one of the lowest infection rates and highest vaccination rates in the state. The 2020 summer season was the best we'd ever had. The 2021 season was even better. And the trends so far this year indicate we will break last year's records. Our public health department and our local businesses set the standard statewide for pandemic operations. And if you don't believe me, ask the administrations of 2 governors, Andrew Cuomo and Kathy Hochul. They won't tell you that Warren County was one of the best. They'll tell you we were the very best. I realized within the first several months of assuming my duties here that our department heads in Warren County are among the greatest you will find in New York State. And this is the 3rd county in which I've played a leadership role, so I have a basis for that judgment. When I walked through the door, our department heads were already an excellent group. And since then, we've made extraordinary additions. I'm so proud of DPW Superintendent Kevin Hajos, Employment and Training Director Liza Oxendorf, Weights and Measures Director Jeff Woodell, Emergency Services Director Anne Marie Mason, County Attorney Larry Ellman, and Public Defender Greg Canali. They've all improved their departments and set an ambitious course for this county's future. Our 800+ employees are also incredible. They're the lifeblood of our government, and I'm proud to have had them all as colleagues. I particularly want to single out my deputy, Tammy DiLorenzo, our Public Affairs Director, Don Lehman, and my assistant, Christy Miller. They're the most capable individuals with whom I've had the honor of serving, and I will miss them very much. I will also miss serving with the Board of Supervisors. I consider many of you supervisors to be friends. I respect all of you and your various talents. You each bring unique strengths to the table, and your collective strengths effectuate good results for the people. I urge you to always keep that in mind. Although you disagree at times on how to get there, you all share the same end goal of making Warren County the best place it can be and taking care of our neighbors. It takes a lot to run for public office, much less serve in public office. As you all know, the rewards are few and the work is difficult. And every single one of you deserve credit for putting yourselves out there and doing the best for your community. I thank you for giving me the honor of serving the people of Warren County as their administrator. And I also thank you in particular, Kevin, for guiding me throughout my tenure as my predecessor in this position and as a person who's occupied leadership roles ever since, from personnel chair to budget officer to tourism chair to chair of the board. You've been an ever-present partner in doing good work for the people of Warren County. And so with deep appreciation and thanks for the opportunity to serve, I hereby resign the position of County Administrator effective August 2nd, 2022. Thank you. And on to 2A, we have a reimbursement request for tuition for a member of the Public Health Department. As you all know, we adopted a new policy last year that will allow someone up to $10,000 as a full-timer in reimbursement for a college course. It's actually, we called it coursework, whether it's college or continuing ed or whatever the case may be. And we have Laura Monroe, a public health nurse, who has achieved that threshold. There is funding in the public health budget to support this. And we will bring a resolution to the Finance Committee today to move that money. And I'm not sure, Amanda, whether we need a resolution out of this committee to advance it.
Already on the finance agenda.
Okay. Any questions? 2B, I would request an executive session pursuant to Public Officers Law, Section 105F. To discuss the medical, financial, credit, or employment history of a particular person or corporation, or matters leading to the appointment, employment, promotion, demotion, discipline, suspension, dismissal, or removal of a particular person or corporation. And I'd ask if we could just have supervisors and the HR director stay.
I'll move that.
Moved by Supervisor Beatty to go into executive session. We have a second. Seconded by Supervisor Runyon. I'll call the question. All in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed?
Boy, that's a shocker.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Midnight.